2025, Harley-Davidson stunned the motorcycle world by reviving one of its most iconic names, the Flathead. Once the heart and soul of American V-twin engineering, the original Flathead engine powered Harleys from the 1920s through the 1940s. Known for its reliability, simplicity, and unmistakable sound, it carved its place in motorcycle history. Now, almost a century later, the name returns, not as a tribute or limited edition, but as a production bike designed to merge Harley's past with its uncertain future. This is more than a launch. It's a resurrection. Designed vintage form with a modern backbone. Harley nailed the aesthetic. 2025 Flathead is instantly recognizable as a love letter to the early 20th century. It wears vintage with pride, long fenders, solo leather saddle, Springer-style front forks, and a classic peanut tank complete with hand-painted pinstripes. But don't be fooled by the retro silhouette. Underneath the surface lies a fully modern chassis and electronic suite. The frame is high-tensile steel, redesigned for strength without compromising on looks. From a distance, it feels like a museum piece, but get closer and you'll see ABS sensors, LED lighting, and a discreetly integrated digital instrument cluster built into the tank. New Flathead engine, old name, fresh fire. Despite its legendary name, the 2025 Flathead doesn't reuse the original Flathead engine architecture. Instead, Harley introduces a brand new 1,350 cubic centimeters V-twin air oil pool, tuned for low-end torque and a low profile that pays homage to the engine that started it all. It's not the most powerful cruiser in Harley's stable, but that's the point. The Flathead isn't about high-revving performance or track numbers. It's about feel, rumble, and presence. With around 75 horsepower and 110 Nm of torque, it's tuned for relaxed cruising, not racing. A 6-speed transmission and belt final drive keep things smooth, clean, and classic. Rider experience, raw, real, and rewarding. Hop on the Flathead, and it greets you with a low seat height, wide bars, and a neutral posture that encourages long, easy rides. Unlike Harley's high-tech touring bikes, the Flathead skips touchscreens, radar systems, and rider modes. There's traction control and basic ABS, but that's where the tech ends. Harley wanted this to feel like riding a motorcycle used to feel, connected, analog, and mechanical. Every throttle twist delivers a deep growl. Every gear shift feels solid and deliberate. This is a bike for purists. If you want Bluetooth speakers and backrests, look elsewhere. Target rider, not for everyone. Harley knows the Flathead isn't for the masses. It's not trying to compete with sport cruisers or electric newcomers. This bike is for the rider who grew up admiring vintage iron, who respects the simplicity of classic engineering, and who wants to feel every bump in the road because that's part of the ride. In many ways, the Flathead is Harley going back to its roots. Not to relive the past, but to reconnect with the soul of motorcycling. It's a lifestyle bike, a statement piece, and a rolling tribute all at once. Customization culture, built to be built on. One of the best things about the Flathead is how mod-friendly it is. Harley deliberately made it a blank canvas. The exhaust system is bolt-on ready. The tank and fenders use a modular mount system for easy swapping. It even ships with an accessory-ready wiring harness, anticipating LED swaps, signal relocations, or even a carburetor look-alike intake cover. Whether you want to turn it into a bobber, a chopper, or a minimalist cruiser, the Flathead begs to be customized. Harley dealers are even offering heritage kits with spring seats, mini apes, and white-wall tires straight from the showroom floor. Pricing and market position. At $18,999, the Flathead sits below Harley's premium touring line but well above entry-level Sportsters. It's not cheap, but it doesn't feel overpriced for what it offers. You're not just buying a motorcycle. You're buying history, heritage, and a design that will turn heads at every stoplight. For Harley loyalists and vintage bike fans, that price makes sense. For newer riders or tech-focused buyers, it might not. But again, Harley isn't chasing everyone with this model. The Flathead is a bike that speaks a specific language, and those who understand it, hear it loud and clear. What this means for Harley-Davidson's future. The 2025 Flathead is more than a new model, it's a sign that Harley is listening. After years of struggling with brand identity, chasing younger demographics, and experimenting with electric bikes, Harley seems to be recalibrating. By reviving an old name with new purpose, they're acknowledging what made them iconic in the first place: timeless design, mechanical character, and emotional connection. If the Flathead succeeds, it could open the door to more retro-modern models, possibly even a reimagined knucklehead or panhead in years to come. Final thoughts: should you buy it? If you're a rider who values soul over speed, character over connectivity, and legacy over luxury, the Flathead belongs in your garage. It's not the fastest or most high-tech Harley, but it's one of the most honest. It reminds us that motorcycles don't need to be perfect, they just need to be real. What do you think? Is Harley's Flathead comeback a hit or a miss? Let us know in the comments. And if you've test-ridden one, we want to hear your experience. This is Bike Legend Pro, thanks for riding with us. Until next time, keep it classic and keep it loud.